All right, lovelies, it is time for another favorites and fails video. I have rounded up the things that I've been loving and the things that I am ready to leave behind for the month of August, and we're gonna dive into that. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real. Real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So like I said, we're gonna dive in. I will be honest, there isn't a lot of new here because I've been slow in my roll in makeup purchases and I've really been trying to use what I have. And honestly, I've been traveling a lot. So a lot of this is either things that I have traveled with or things that I have just had sitting here in my shop, my stash bin, and I've been grabbing for. It's really been either on the go makeup or like easy, what can I grab quickly, which is, I guess, also kind of on the go makeup. Wow, okay. So let's dive in. I guess I'm just gonna start with the tiny bit of skincare that I have here. And honestly, I don't even know that I necessarily would consider this skincare. I guess it is. I really consider it just like a mix in. I think I might have actually talked about this in my last favorites. If I did, I'm still loving it. But this is, of course, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I still love this. I've still been using this as a mixer or as like a light refresher. If I've been running around in the morning and I feel like my skin needs a bit of hydration, I'll throw this on first. The other way that I, of course, will use this as a mix-in with foundations, honestly, this month, most days, I was wearing either, of course, my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I don't know why I just had to look at the name of it because I use it so much. Or I've been using the Niacinamide Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powders because I put that in my summer shop my stash. I've mostly been using those and they're both fairly light coverage, but there have been a couple times where I've wanted a little bit more coverage and maybe like a little more longevity, if you will. So I've been pulling out my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This I love. I love this, I love this, I love this so much. But compared to these other products, I feel like I'm wearing a mask. And not because the foundation is bad, it's just so much higher coverage than what I'm normally used to. So I have been kind of like cocktailing these together to give it a little less coverage. But I swear, this foundation, if I wear this, I wear almost no concealer. Like, a little bit here, and that's about it. So I love that this is kind of a multi-purpose, multitasker for me. I will definitely buy another one when I use this up. I will say though, I still have quite a bit of this because I'm using it to like mix in. I only need like half a pump, but she's been going strong. So I mean, this I can obviously say is definitely a favorite this month. All right, another complexion item that I have been loving this month is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I mean, everybody knows about how awesome these are, but like when I walk away from it and I come back to it, I'm like, oh yeah. So actually today I have on this one, the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer because I wanted like a little bit more warmth. I also have that like Natasha Denona, is it puff paint, that like liquid blush that no one talks about anymore, the like nudie one on today. So that's where you're seeing some of this warmth. But this just gives you that like insta sculpt, like in a very natural, soft way. This is what I took with me on my most recent trip. If you saw my like what's in my carry-on trip to LA, this was a different trip. This was another trip just recently, earlier this week, that I took a checked bag. So I added all the things into my bag. I went crazy. And this was one of the ones that I brought. So when I put this on and I blended it out, I just felt like a pretty princess. And that's really the Charlotte Tilbury vibe, isn't it? Like, you just feel like you look good. And I love this product. A little goes a long way, so it doesn't break my heart quite so much that it's so expensive. Like, you just need the finest amount of this. I love this. Just every time I use it, I'm like, oh, why am I not using that like every day? I love it so much. Did I say I love it? Because I do. By the way, if for some reason you haven't tried some of these products, I will have them linked down below. I feel like most of these have been around for a hot minute, but I'll have them linked down below if it sparks your interest and you're curious about picking them up. Thank you in advance if you do use my affiliate link. So let's talk about something that is a bit newer. I have talked about these on my channel. This is the Superstay Vinyl Ink Lipstick from Maybelline. So I did the video comparing this, the Haus Labs Atomic Shake, and the Urban Decay Vice Bond or something like that. So I have been reaching for these a lot since then. Not necessarily because it's the best formula of the three, but because these are very wearable shades. This is the shade Koi. This is the first one that I picked up. Honestly, Peachy is the one that I've been using a lot. This is more like a mauve-y thing, and Peachy is just more of like a peachy nude business, but they just are so wearable. So I've definitely been reaching for these. I am trying to slow my roll on lip purchases though. I just saw that Haus Labs had 2 new Atomic Shake lip lacquer shades come out, like a kind of like nudes, right? There's one that's like more of like a basic nude and one that was more of like a warm nude, if you will. Wow, I'm just not feeling the color descriptions this morning. What I can do is just post a picture of them right here, but tempted. I was so tempted to get one of those, and I'm like, just stop right now. You don't need anything else. Let's see, some more lips. It's been all about the lips for me this month. Of course, the Lisa Eldridge Insanely Saturated Lip Colors. The 2 that I've been reaching for the most are, of course, Strawberry Shock. I think that that's the one that everyone has been loving. This is that beautiful, oh, I don't even know what to call it. It's not coral, it's not peach, it's not red. It's got a little pink. It's just all the things. And then also Skyscraper Rose. So this for me is that perfect, like a little bit of red, a little bit of magenta. I don't know, she's lovely. I tell you what, Lisa just kills it with the color stories. These are so long wearing, and you know, they don't really like slide around on the lip throughout the day. I mean, it's not transfer proof, but it is slide proof. I have not had these feather out on me at all, and I appreciate that. So with all of these, like, not that I would say that any of these are drying like the Maybelline or the Lisa Eldridge, but they're not overly hydrating by any means. So on the days that I'm not wearing like those products, whether it's because I want the color, the longevity, whatever, I have been reaching for lip gloss. Mostly I've been reaching for the Fenty Gloss Bomb, the Fenty Gloss Bomb. So this is an old shade. This is Taffy Tease. This is from one of those like little mini collections. I wore a shade, I think it was called Confetti or Celebrate or something, for a look that I had posted on Instagram. I have so many of these little minis and I'm trying to grab them and use them, but that's what I'm wearing today. Did I say that? You can tell I've only had 1 cup of coffee so far. Maybe I need less, maybe I need more. I don't think I'm in the sweet spot yet. We will see. So because I have so many of these, I really need to use them, but I just love this formula. Fenty Fussy is my, if I could only pick one lip gloss for the rest of my life, Kelly today on September 1st would say Fenty Fussy. So I've just been trying to pull out some of these others to use, and I love them. I love them so much. I know they've been around for a very long time, but I really love them. Oh, another product that I've been using a ton as well are the Salt New York Cream Tint Pros. So by now, my deck of panning project will have gone up for the month, and this was in there, and I filmed that a while ago and then just went like kind of crazy using the products right away. And so I have actually used all of these shades quite a bit. I do have like 2 or 3 or 4 more shades laying somewhere in the little mini tin, but I just love these. The blushes especially, I've been using a lot because they just blend into the skin. There is no texture whatsoever. They're lovely. They are not the most long-wearing blushes ever, but I do just really enjoy them. And I've noticed that like the top layer of the pan has been getting, you know, dried out. So I feel like once I emulsify it all together, it's fine. I don't have like chunky chunks, but I'm like, okay, this is a sign that I like need to get in here and use these more. So I have really been enjoying all of these. I mean, I say that the lip and cheek tints are like what I've been grabbing for most, but I really do. I do love everything. The Sculpt and Bronze is great. The, what are they called? The Radiant are great. The like highlight. They're all wonderful. So I've been pulling these out a lot, but that tangerine shade that's in here, it's like that orange, like, ooh, yeah. So I really do love these, and I love that I'm like hopping back into the deck of painting world. I'm doing it. Okay, so what else do we have here? Another new product that I got recently. This is the Sydney Grace Cream Shadow in Sunset Glow. This is the brand new shade, and I love her. This just has that really beautiful, like golden peachy shift. Ooh, I mean, just look at how pretty that is. Like you can see how it has that like beautiful gold to peachy pink flip to it. it is really like a duochrome. I mean, it is very, very beautiful. I did talk about this in my Sydney Grace Christmas in July haul video. If you haven't seen that and you want to see what I pick up, I'll make sure to have it linked. This is just so pretty. It could be a beautiful one and done. It's very easy to use with like a little bronzer. Such a yummy shade, and it really is long lasting. So someone actually mentioned to me that it is similar to one of the new Charlotte Tilbury shades. So I was kind of like, that's interesting, because I feel like these last longer than the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize. So if you didn't pick that one up and you want to save yourself some money, you can maybe snag this one. Okay, so the other eye product that I want to talk about, I have really this month, I feel like I've been struggling with what I want to wear on my eyes. I just have been very challenged. I feel like I've been wanting very summery, like I just want that summer vibe makeup. And I keep like opening my drawer and I'm like, like no palette. No palette has been like giving me the vibes. Okay, sorry, brief intermission. My microphone died, so I had to go take care of that. But I think I was talking about how there really just hasn't been a palette this month, an eyeshadow palette that's really been drawing me in. The one that has been drawing me in is this one, and it's the one that I created. This is my BYOP for this month. Of course, Cara from Beauty and the Frizz and I have our BYOP series, and this is my grab and go palette. And I love her. It's what I have on my eyes today. I love this. I have reached for this so many times since creating this. If you do want all the details on this one, I will have that video linked up here. But I love it. It is really, honestly, what I've been reaching for pretty much every day. I feel like I've been grabbing for a lot of singles because I feel like if I have an eyeshadow look in mind, I sort of like know the tones that I'm going for, and I'm like, yeah, that one single that I have like is gonna be the showstopper. If it hasn't been that, I've just been doing like one and done looks, because that one and done video that I did with my, favorite one and done shadows, that really inspired me to just like do some easier looks. And then especially because I've been doing so many like lip heavy looks, it's just nice to have an easy breezy eye. So this is the one I've been reaching for. I just really have been struggling to reach for my palettes. Like even when I've been traveling, I've been opening up my drawer and like, I mean, I know that I'm spoiled because I have, when I'm home, I have options. I can like use anything. But when I was traveling, I was really having a hard time picking what I wanted to take with me, because I was like, none of this is like exactly perfect. I was totally having like a Goldilocks moment. But anyway, I've been loving this palette. It's nice because it really does have some, it's got some warm tones, some cool tones, some little pinky moments in it. It's just a little of everything, and I really love that one. Okay, so one product, let's see. So I want to talk about one hair product. This is the Paul Mitchell Clean Beauty Hydrate Conditioner. So if you haven't noticed my hair, I've been working on growing it out, and she's getting real long again. And I also have very dry hair naturally. Like I have wavy, coarse, color treated hair, and that just means it's gonna be awfully dry. So this really comes in clutch for me. It's a lifesaver. It's really nourishing. It's enriched with oat peptides and olive to really help give that, like crispy dry hair what it needs. It really makes my hair feel silky smooth, very nourished. I love it. The shampoo is also great. I have that in my shower as well, but the conditioner is like, when I put it in, I'm just like, and at the salon when I use it on my guests that do have that more coarse hair type, it just really, it makes such a difference. All right, I have a fragrance to talk about, and I've sort of talked about this one in the past. So I've spoken about the by Rosie Jane Layla Lou perfume. But I also said that when I got that little like mini set where you like get minis and then you can get the roller ball for free, the Layla Lou perfume oil was in there. And I was like, oh, that's probably what I'm gonna get. I like the Layla Lou. Okay, when I smelled this oil, so it's on this little like card right here, there is something so lovely about this. Like the regular Layla Lou perfume, by the way, the notes in this are pear and jasmine and fresh cut grass. So when I first smelled the perfume, I would say to me, it's a little more grass heavy, maybe. Maybe it's just because I feel like the perfume delivery system is a little bit like lighter, fresher. Whereas in the oil, it's a little bit more pear heavy and more rich and indulgent, but not like overly sweet and cloying. It's so, so nice. So hands down, I know that that's going to be what I end up getting. I'm just curious if like the Sephora store I have has the perfume oil. I'm gonna have to do some research. You know, when you do that, you buy one of those kits and they're like, oh, sorry, we don't actually carry that one here. And it's like, well, what the hell? Anyway, so I really love this. So if you know me, you know that I really do like a pear perfume. I have the Pear Ink from Juliet Has a Gun. That one is really nice. This one is just a little more complex because it has those other notes to it. So if you like that one and you want to try something that's maybe just a little bit fresher, has a little bit of a different vibe, I would definitely check out Layla Lou. The other nice thing is I feel like this perfume oil has more longevity than the regular perfume. All of the By Rosie Jane fragrances, they just don't have that much longevity. I find that a lot from like clean fragrances. You're gonna get maybe 4 hours with those, whereas this I feel like sticks around a little bit longer. Now, the only thing about that is I know some people like to spray their fragrance on their clothing. You're not gonna put a perfume oil on your clothing, most likely. Like, you know, you're not just gonna like put that on. So it's really meant to be like worn on the skin. So that's one of those things. It depends on how you like to do your fragrance, but I really do love that as well. I just want to see here if there are other things with this whole like mic going off situation. Kind of goofed me up. Okay, so let's talk about the fails that I have. It's not that often that I put fails in, but I did have some things I wanted to talk about. First of all, this Benefit Brow Microfilling Pen. I'm not going to stick on this too long, partially because I already talked about it without the mic on, but so it just sucks. It just sucks. Like the consistency of the product inside is very thin and like watery. So this is another product I'm about to talk about, but it just isn't very saturated, which on one hand I could see being nice if you want it to look super, super, super natural. Maybe I just have this in too light of a shade for myself, but it just doesn't do much. And the fact that it is a little bit more watery, I don't know that it necessarily like bleeds out a lot, but it just doesn't give me what I need. And these like little like 3-pronged thingies never work very well. I have one from Etude House. That one I just use to like almost like do the bulk of the filling in, and then I go back through with another pencil to like detail hairs. Once that one is dried up and used up, I won't get another one. But this one, first of all, it's a felt tip and it's already started to pill at the ends. Ugh, I hate that. I've just been trying to use this one up, but this morning I put a little bit in and I was like, I don't see anything. I ended up going back through with a pencil because I was like, this didn't change anything. So it's just kind of a waste. The other product, this is this one that's like smeared all over the back of my hand here. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. Okay, I did a full review on this back in the day when it first launched. I noticed that it's in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale right now. So this product is essentially like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter product. What is that one? The Hollywood Superstar Glow. You know the one that I'm talking about. Or like Auric Glow Lust. So this is just like a lightly sheeny product that gives you a slight bit of coverage. This is obviously not my skin tone, right? I already had the one that is around my skin tone that I would normally wear, and then I think BoxyCharm was doing this in one of the boxes, and you could pick your shade. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do a dark shade to have as like maybe like a glowy bronzer moment. I did try that once. I tried it here on my channel, and it worked. I don't know if I was just hella tan, but like y'all, I mean, I'm warm skin toned, at least neutral to warm, and this looks orange on me. Like I put it on and I was like, and I tried to just like blend it up to make it kind of like a caramely blush. I just need to find someone who's gonna get some use out of this, because it just, how often am I gonna want a blush this color? Almost never, and only in the summer when I'm tan. So I just need to pass this along to someone who has a much deeper skin tone. So I don't think that the product is a fail. I mean, it just was, maybe this is a Kelly, why did you even try fail moment. I don't know, but I just had to share that because I know that I used it on my channel once here. And I was like, yeah, that's like a glowy bronzer moment. Now it's just a glow orange moment. Yeah. Okay, one more fail. The product itself isn't necessarily a fail, but I did finally have a color fix clog up on me. I've never had it happen. I know that people have said that it does happen. So this is the Foil in Petals. So this is one of her newest shades, and it is like, ooh, it's dry. I don't want to have a Lisa Eldridge blush moment, but it's really dried out. Now, I can definitely like put a pin in this and probably unclog it. But the day that I wanted to use it, I was just dinking around with some colors. I'd already spent a lot of time. I was just trying to like find the thing that was gonna work for me that day, and I was bummed that I just didn't have time. I didn't have time to run around the house trying to find a pin to stick into this. And I just wanted to mention this because I talk about the Color Fix all the time. You know that I love them, and I've never had it happen before. I love the mattes so much, and I have a feeling they won't do this as much. What I think probably happened is because these foils tend to have a little bit more clumping and like chunky texture to them, I think that it probably just like dried in the very tip. I will probably unclog it at some point when I have a chance, but it's like, if I have time to do that, I have some time to clean some makeup brushes, and that's really what I need to do. So I just felt like, because I love these so much and I talk about them so much, I just needed to be honest and say that I did have one clog, and it's pretty dang new. So that's a bummer. All right, is that it? Oh, one more thing that's a favorite is this dress. I cannot believe I almost forgot to talk to you about this dress. So I did post this on my Instagram stories. I'm actually gonna put that picture here. I got these little like maxi dresses. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real. The poundage has not gone away. If anything, I've gained some more weight, and that's another day. We're not going there today, but I just wanted a couple easy breezy, quick throw on summer items, and I had no time. I've been hustling, I've been running around, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go on Amazon and order a couple things. So I got a couple maxi dresses, and these ones, you've seen the other ones that I have. I think I have a yellow one with sleeves, so it's the same thing. And here's what happened. So I ordered the sleeveless ones first, got them in the mail, and I was like, these are too big. Well, I just want these so bad, I'm just gonna go on right away and order smaller sizes. And I saw the sleeved ones, and I was like, oh, I think I kind of want the sleeves. So I ordered the sleeved ones. So I have the blue one and the yellow one that you've all seen me wear at moments or on Instagram or whatever. And then I never returned these ones, and I missed the window. So I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, is there any way that you can like try to take these in for me? I have zero sewing talent, like whatsoever. My grandmother tried to get me to learn to sew. That didn't happen. And then my mom, it just never happened. So I needed like the rib cage taken in. I needed it taken up. Like I needed some things. And so she did it. She did a great job. And so now I can wear this one with confidence, and I have the two other ones in the smaller size. I will say this one and the yellow one that I got in the same style, the same size, are totally two different sizes. Like when she was pinning them up, she's like, this one is way longer, and the yellow one. And I was like, well, I did wear it once. Maybe it like stretched out. I mean, this is what you get with like fast fashion, right? Like, and I know for so many reasons, I know it's not that great. I just needed some quick clothing. That's all. You can judge me down below, but I do really love this dress. I love it, and I feel like I will use these quite a bit. So I will have this, and like I said, all the other things linked down below. I could see pulling this one into fall, a lot of these, pulling it into fall with like a cute little denim jacket. I'm totally gonna rock it for a while, so no regrets there. Thanks, Mom. I think that is it. I hope that A, I didn't miss anything that the microphone didn't pick up, and B, I hope this wasn't too long and rambly. I just wanted to sit down and share with you a few of my favorites. I know there wasn't really anything new and exciting in here, but that's my reality right now. I'm just trying to use the makeup that I have already and pull in bits and pieces of things, like lipsticks. So I need to slow my roll on those for a while. I tell you what though, one of those House Labs is maybe gonna go on my Sephora sale wish list. We'll see. So you'll have to let me know down below what you've been loving. Are any of these your vibes, or anything that you have heard me talk about that you want to try out? I really just love having makeup conversations with all of you, skincare, beauty, all of the things, and I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. So that's gonna be it. I am on my way to work. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you really soon.